moving on over to another interesting story. So Taylor Swift's attorneys have threatened legal action against a Florida college student who runs social media accounts tracking the flights of her and other celebrities' private jets. So Jack Sweeney, he's a junior at the University of Central Florida, has for years run accounts that log the takeoffs and landings of planes and helicopters owned by hundreds of billionaires, politicians, and other public figures. So along with the estimates of their planet warming emissions, the accounts use publicly available data from the Federal Aviation Administration and volunteer hobbyists who can track the aircraft via the signals they broadcast. Kind of crazy. His accounts fueled a free speech debate in late 2022 when X, formerly Twitter, banned Sweeney for sharing what the platform's owner Elon Musk said were his assassination coordinates. In December, Taylor's attorney at the Washington law firm Venable wrote Sweeney a cease and desist letter saying she would have no choice but to pursue any and all legal remedies if he did not stop his stalking and harassing behavior. So is this stalking and harassing behavior?
Not necessarily, Christina, and Swifties, don't hate me, but this is not a good legal case. You know, this is public information. And I understand that Taylor Swift has had a stalker recently. We've talked about him on Legally Us, but here's someone who is relying on information that's available to the public. You know, Swift has no legal right to keep it private. Now, of course, if it goes beyond posting information, if, you know, you start getting into messages to Swift directly or showing up at our house or all the other types of harassing conduct that we've previously discussed, that's one thing. But posting publicly available information is not unlawful. I think Taylor Swift's lawyers are going too far. And if they were to actually file a case, I think they would lose.
Right. So he is in all of his legal boundaries posting, because this is public information, so he's allowed to post this. But going back to what Elon Musk said, that these are his assassination coordinates, is it dangerous to be posting these things, though?
Look, it potentially is. And, you know, when you're talking about social media, there are people that will say, don't post when you are physically in a location, post afterwards, if you may be a target, if you may be robbed. But again, there's nothing unlawful. If I saw, you know, one of the celebrities on the show, you know, somewhere here in Los Angeles where I live, and I post it in real time, I mean, that is public space, and I have a First Amendment right to post that. So if they come after me and say, well, Neama or anyone else, why are you posting my location? I'll say, well, I have every right to do so. So I think Venable's, Taylor Swift's firm, is wrong here.
Do you think that they're using this more as like a scare tactic then? If, like, I'm sure that they would know that this maybe is not going to be a legal win. So do you think that maybe they're just doing this to scare this college student?
I think so. Lawyers sometimes do things not necessarily because they think they're going to win, but, you know, to send a message. And Taylor Swift has unlimited resources, a lot of money, access to the best lawyers. And you're talking about someone who's a teenager in college in Florida and is probably not going to be able to defend this case. So, you know, it's really the cease and desist. They're hoping that he stops doing so. Look, obviously Taylor Swift has a concern, which is why she reached out to her lawyers, and her lawyers sent a threatening letter. But a threatening letter doesn't mean anything if it's not supported by the law. And I think that's the case here.